Hi, this is Kagi, and welcome to the High Fiber Diet. I know it's been a hot minute since I recorded, but it's been an interesting beginning of the year here. Just so you see, let me see if I can get up. I'm in this contraption. Yeah, I've been off work for a couple of weeks. I decided to slip on ice and broke 2 of my vertebrae, compressed 5 of my vertebrae, and I haven't been crafting a whole heck of a lot in the last couple of weeks. I had planned to record, but you know how things go. I am going back to work next week, so I figured I might as well get a recording out. Doing the best I can here. So I have a few finished objects and a few started objects, but I haven't really done a whole lot. I was hoping 2022 was going to be the year. You know how it is. Yeah, no. We're just making shit up as we go along. So, finished objects. I did pick up an Addi 22 and 46 needle circular machine for hats and toys and things like that. And I figured, I'll crank out some things. I used to have a Cinco, or I think it was Centro, and I picked up the other 2 figuring that why not? So I was able, hey Gandalf, we're not going to try and get in there right now. Find mommy your ball. Where's your ball? Mama will play ball if you bring it to me. Yes, the cats play ball. I finished a reversible hat, and I don't even know what kind of yarn this was. I have the rest of the ball here, and it's a simple striping. Here's the other side of it, so it can be turned up. It's very, very warm. It has acrylic and wool in this yarn, and Sarge likes it. So that's one that I finished, getting it going and getting the rounds in and everything. So I think I have enough to do the other, another hat out of it. I did this hat up in Red Heart, and the machine really didn't like it, but it's snowy camouflage, and Sarge really likes this one. He's my hat wearer. I'm wearing one today, but that's because I didn't do my hair. I got out of the shower and ran to PT this morning. This is the opposite. I did do a stripe of that other in here so that when you have it on the inside, it's right where your ear balls go. So when you turn it up, that's right on the inside, so it's nice, and instead of just being acrylic against your ears, it's the wool. And so that's the way that one turned out. And you're gonna hear me be out of breath. It's this contraption, this brace, I'm going to be in for 1 to 3 months, maybe longer, depending. It depends on how I heal, and it does press right where you breathe. So it holds me very steady. And like I said, doing the best I can. I think that's what this one's going to be named. So I made up 2 hats. Other than that, it's just been practice and play on that. Since I hurt myself, I haven't pulled it out at all. It's hard to sit up and crank. So before I got those machines, though, I did finish my rug sweater, and I love the way it came out. I did end up adding extra on the arms and adding ribbing, and I tinked back the bind off that I had 2 rows below this orange, and I added a good 4 inches of the gray and went into the black with ribbing, and I really like the way that turned out. If I were to do it again, I would put ribbing up here. Of course, I put my orange in the back. You can't see it from the outside, but it lets me know which is the back. And it does fit. I'm not going to try and put it on, but I will get up so you can see the length and how it goes. The arms are very low, as you can see. It's about waist length. Once I get it on, just above waist length is where this black band runs. And this goes down to mid thigh. And so with a pair of leggings, it's very warm, it's very nice, very snuggly. I did make this out of Lamb's Pride. Bulky, so it is very, very bulky, very mohairy. And I want to say the whole thing took about 8 skeins, and I still have leftovers, so I'll be making slippers out of that leftovers. But that was out of that big box that I got from a friend of a friend. And the friend sent it to me. She had picked it up because the other friend had, I believe, passed. And so I'm using the yarn and putting it to good use. And Lori actually took a full sweater's worth to do her rug out of that. I can't wait to see that one knit up too. I may do another rug, but I do it out of a thinner material. It's fun to knit up. It was a quick knit if I actually sat down and just knit it. So I've enjoyed that. I think that's all of my finished objects. I have a sweater going, which is my own design. And this I'm doing out of this craft or that. And I have Comfy Worsted is the type of yarn. It's 100% superwash merino. And this is Wood Sprites. And the other one is Wood Nymph. And I only had 1 skein of the Wood Nymph. So I put the Wood Nymph, let me look at the front and the back here. Confirm which is which. I believe it goes that way. Yep. There we go. That's the back. So the Wood Nymph is on the top. It has a bit of a pink. And then the Wood Sprite, did I say that right? Yeah, Wood Sprite is the bottom, which is more of a green, but it does have flecks of that pink. And I am to the point on this. I put a little bit of bunny in here to stripe them out, to move from one color to the other. And I'm going to be doing at least the amount of ribbing that I did at the top on the bottom, so a good 2.5, 3 inches on the bottom, and then I will do full length sleeves, and the sleeves will also be done strictly in this color because I'm out of the pink, and that's why I striped that in. And I love the way it's coming out. It'll be a nice wear next fall. Have this done by then. And the pink against my skin instead of the yellow against my skin. I do like yellow and green, but the pink is better for my skin tone. And like I said, it's just a raglan. I'm making up the pattern as I go, nothing fancy. Yeah. So I am working on Licca needles. And I believe, let's be accurate, size 10 needles because I wanted it very open. So I'll probably wear a tank underneath or a cami. So that one is in process, and that is being held in my, I think this is a Stitch by Jessalou bag. Let me make sure. Yeah. It is Pooh. My Pooh bag. And it will hold my sweater nicely. I also have a bag for her that just came in that is for my ladybug, and this is so I can put all my notions on my ladybug because the ladybug has that bar out front, the mother of all. And it's hearts on the inside, flowers and swans or flamingos on the outside. And this snaps so that I can put it around that bar. And she made this up for me, and I love it. So all my notions for the spinning wheel. Talking about that, I am looking to sell the Spinolution Polywog. And so if you're interested, give me a holler. I'm not going to announce a price or anything like that. Hopefully domestic US, send it by UPS, that kind of thing. Just it's not the right wheel for me. I'm not a delta orifice, and the way that I have knee issues, and the way that the feet are on it gives me a little bit of a problem. Now, I'm not saying it's not a good wheel. It spins just fine. And I did get the orifice upriser, so it's taller. I'm going to be downsizing the amount of wheels I have. And let's see, what's the next thing I have going? I have my dots. I ordered the Lent calendar, kind of like an Advent calendar, but for Lent. So 40 days, 46 if you count the Sundays and special days and stuff like that. But 40 days of openings. Let me see if I can pull that up. I haven't opened all of them. I started and then I got hurt, and so I haven't finished. And so all these boxes, each one of them comes with a little, you open them up, and you were supposed to open them up on the date. So this would have been, well, that one I did open, so that yarn's not in there. Let's do one that has a yarn in there. So this was 314, and it would have been this lovely color. And it would have had a Bible verse, John 16:33. Can't read with my peopling glasses. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. And that's John 16:33. So every day you have a Bible verse. And I will be getting back into this, and I know it's terrible not to do it at Lent, but I've had a little bit of an issue. So, with this, you got a download of a shawl. And I like shawls. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not in a shawl space right now. So, instead of doing a shawl, I found a blanket pattern that I liked. And it's a crochet dot pattern. And I have some blue that I had down in the basement, and this is Tivoli. I believe it is by Hobby. Yes, it's by Hobby, and it's Tivoli, and it's 100% acrylic. It's a DK weight. I have 5 or 6 of these skeins of this blue, and I'm trying to see what color blue it is. It doesn't say color 28. I think of it like a dusky blue. Hopefully these colors are coming out. The lighting in here is crap, but I decided I'm going to record. It doesn't matter. But I started with Ash Wednesday and then went into the different colors as they come through. And then on Sunday, which is normally a free day, I am throwing in a purple that I have. Purple is the color of Lent. And so hopefully I will be able to make up a blanket. I'll have 40 plus squares. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe, across. So that would be 8 down, and then a border on the outside, and have a lap blanket for plus the 6. So yeah, 6 by 8 and a border. And I'm joining as I go, so I have the joins there. And that's not bad on the back. I don't have a ton of weaving in to do. I'll have some, but it's not hard. So I have that one going. And that's my Lent dots. And I will do them in order as I can. I do have the extras left that I'm not going to keep in order. And I will be adding these to a blanket I have my scrappy blanket going down here. So I guess that's the next thing. But this was from Knitting McPurley. So all of the scraps are Knitting McPurley yarn. And I've been on a kick with scraps and mini skeins, and I didn't think I would be because I've never been into the Cozy Memories blanket. I don't like mitered squares. I just don't like knitting mitered squares, so I'm not going to knit at this time. Now, future, I may knit mitered squares, but right now, no. But I needed a case to hold my scrappy blanket, and I went looking online, and I found this Molly Ollie. And it's actually a baby bin for diapers and such like that. This is pull-outable with Velcro, but it holds a cone. It'll hold a cake of yarn, and it'll hold my blanket that I have going right now. And this was like 22, 23 bucks on Amazon. They have it in other colors. I got it in a teal and rose. They have it in gray and teal. And I think they have it in another color, but don't quote me on that. I am using my tulip hook, which I really enjoy. I want to get some more of these. This one is a 4.5, so it would equate to a G. And I am using the last of this cone, and I have one cone left from Shadyside Farms of their Zylinger's wool, which is, I believe this is a mix of their Suffolk and Polypay. And that goes off to Zylinger's and gets with nylon put in. And originally this was done in 2016 as a 2-ply. It's 80% wool, 20% nylon. And then this is the end of my first cake that I've done 2 other blankets with. It was a huge cake. And so this is that, and then I will show you what else I have to go in here. But so far, because I hold these double tomorrow, and these are just all scraps from wherever. I have a ton of different scraps in this. And so this is the blanket, and I've been going along with the Unity cowl with this, and I've also been going along with Anna Knitter. And if you haven't checked out Anna Knitter, she is a lady from Germany who practices her English while speaking, and she's very, very eloquent in the way that she talks. And she's on YouTube, and she's been podcasting for a few years. She took a little bit of a break and came back, and she's doing a blanket along. And so I've been posting on Instagram for this. And I don't have to have a full, you can see where sometimes there's 3 of one and 2 of another, and you know, I just let it be what it is. And it's going to be a nice blanket size for the lap, and I'm going to continue on once I am done with this little skein. Let me pull these up. There we go. I need to put a stitch minder in that. But where did I put the hook? Might be on me. I'll find it. It's somewhere around here. Anyways, if I reach, nope, I gotta reach. Found the hook. Inside my Sage Valley handmade bag, I have the other cone, which again is 2016 2-ply 80/20 from Shadyside Farms. I love their cones. I have the purple that I'm using on my dots. I have this cake. It's a little bit discombobulated, but it'll be used. And then I have this cake. And that's before I even get into any of my mini skeins. So looking forward to this. And that's all going to be in that blanket and just come. Well, hello. That's another country heard from Mr. Spot. And so that's where I keep them. It's right here in this bag. But that little tote right now, being able to reach down and just pick it up and go, that's what I need. So I don't know what kind of yarns they are. It's just all sorts of yarns. What else am I working on? Oh, I picked up this book while I was out and about. I went to Joann's and I needed to pick up some DPNs, and I did pick up some DPNs, but they're not exactly what I want. So I went ahead and I ordered some metal because I prefer metal DPNs. And I saw this book sitting there, and this is Mandala Style Throws. And there were a bunch of throws in here that I want to do. I figured for the cost of it, I got it 40% off, but it's normally $15, so I paid like $8.50, I think, for the book. I decided to start with this one, and it is called the Starburst. I believe. Daystar Throw, I'm sorry. And that is by Gemma Owen. But I also want to do my next one that I'm going to do, I should say, is, okay, where is it? This one, Celtic Mandala, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. But I need to get a plain color for that. But on this Daystar, I had started a corner to corner blanket a while ago, and I ripped that out. And that was out of the anniversary cake from Karen. And if you remember, it is this huge ball. Absolutely huge. And when I was winding it, I couldn't just wind it into one. I had to break off some, so this is the one I'm working with. And so this is the beginning of the Daystar. And then it's just the same pattern all the way out and increases. And so it's got this purpley brown in the center, and then this gray brown, and then going into the golds, and it'll go into the oranges. And I'm just like, you know, it's like a giant sunflower for me, and I'm gonna love it. But more than me, I think my sister's gonna love this. I have one sister that I haven't sent a blanket to yet, and I had hoped to have it done by her birthday. Her birthday was last Monday. That didn't happen. Instead, I sent her flowers, so that's okay. She didn't mind. But I think her and her husband would enjoy this on their couch. And so I'm gonna try and get this made up hopefully by Christmas, I think. And I am working with a 6.5 millimeter hook, and I believe that comes out to about a J. I'm not real finicky on it. When it comes to blankets, it's, if I like the fabric, that's what I go with. So I have that going, and I have two of these Karen cakes in that color, the anniversary cakes. And we'll just see how big I make it, because since it's a round, I may not make it as big. But then that means I have something else that I can do something with. But I'll be doing more of these. I also want to do, I showed you the Celtic, but I also want to do the 6-pointed star. But I think I want to be very precise with the colors on that one. And then they have one here I don't know the name of it, but it's one that would be great in mini skeins. But I don't know if I'm going to do it that way or not. I've had the rose window. I've had that pattern for years. I still haven't crocheted it up, and that is because I don't like seaming all that much. And I also love this Starburst, and I think the next baby that comes up might get that one. So for the amount I paid for this book, I think it's going to get a lot of use out of it. And there's a few in here that I just, they're not me, but you know, time could change. And there's one, this is called the Fall Comfort Throw. I know it as the Wool Eaters, and I've done several of those. So they just changed the name on it. And yeah. So that's going on. Talking about a little bit about acquisitions, I told you about the 2 bags that I got. I have gotten some acquisitions. I know at Christmas time I did the Harry Potter 12 Days of Christmas, or the 12 Days of Christmas. And it was the after Christmas, and I have all of these colors left over. I haven't done anything with them, and I think I am going to get a darker yarn because I have that dark brown alpaca in there, and I think carrying it with these would be different, just to give it a little bit. The one that I normally have on the back of the couch is done with the alpaca in it, and it gave it a deeper, richer tone, but I think I'm going to do a book blanket. I love the Harry Potter books. I now have from Forbidden Fibers, The Discovery of Witches. I have both Desire and Absence, which is how it began. And these colors are just gorgeous. I don't know. So these are the darker, this is Absence. And this is Desire, of course, the red tones, the purples. And then going into the Harry Potter, and I'd like to get the Outlander and a few others that are out there. I'm not a huge J.R.R. Tolkien fan, so I probably, unless I need some more yarn, but I know I want some Outlander and is it A Crown of Rose and Thorns? I think that's the one. And then I have some fun books that I've been listening to, and I'm wondering if I should just dye up some yarn to go with those, or like Magic Ink, or Enchanted Ink, I believe is it, and a few others like that are books that I enjoy reading. And I'm gonna do a book blanket, and that's my goal on that. So these are gonna get tucked away for a book blanket. Honestly, I think that's all I've been doing other than PT, trying to heal, trying to move. I've been laying on my belly quite a bit. I only got my brace yesterday, and I was injured on the 14th, so there wasn't a lot of moving. I haven't been able to go to work. They've been afraid of me seizing up and not being able to get out of the car. And I've been remoting into work. Thank goodness in today's age I can do that and still make a living. But going forward, you know, Sarge had his rotator cuff surgery, and I'm injured, he's injured. It's just how it is, and so things are moving slowly. I am hoping to record once a month and see how things go. It just depends on how much crafting time I have. Between PT, work, and everything else that's going on, I'm not getting a whole ton. I'm not going to sit here and bemoan it. It is what it is, but even sitting down to knit hurts. So, you know, moving forward, that's a little bit different. But I guess take care of yourself, and as always, check your checkbook before starting the high fiber diet. And y'all have fun. Bye-bye.